You think we're gonna beat all these games?
Nope.
Backlog boys.
No, probably not.
All right,
We're back.
The cookster has returned. We're gonna be careful around those black dragons now. And I don't think we're supposed to be using this weapon.
No, I think we're supposed to be using
The battle axe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is getting synthed. Yes?
Yes, it is. It's weird because, like, this weapon is like I think this one is like it's like a better weapon, you know? It's like further along. Like, the attack is way higher. But this one builds up into, like, the right thing quicker or something like that.
Like it's one step closer
No, it's not. Well, it is one step closer, yeah.
to the edge.
And it's about to break.
Yeah.
Actually, this one's about to break. So, I don't know. I'd have to check my sheet just to be sure before I break that one down, because it's so freaking powerful.
Mm-hmm.
But it would be nice to just slap one of those guys on there. I'll use it for now, because one of them's going to get synthesized.
Yeah.
So, might as well face it. You're addicted to spuds. You ever heard that song? Weird Al?
I feel like we talked about this.
It's like
Have we?
we probably have. I talk about Weird Al so many freaking times
I'm very unfamiliar with him.
in a day. Dude, I gotta
Unfortunately.
expose you.
Yeah.
He was like some of the first, it's kind of interesting. He was some of like the first music that I got into.
Yeah.
Like before I was a musician. Like, because before I started playing music, I wasn't really that interested in music either. Like, music had a strong effect on me, but I didn't have like a taste in music. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would listen to stuff that was popular. I would listen to stuff that my parents liked. And, you know, I would listen to random other stuff. And, you know, I just kind of, like, had a basic appreciation for all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was all music. And I was able to listen to it. But I always had an appreciation for comedy. And
Okay.
I did have a very specific sense of humor. So, I don't remember how I discovered Weird Al, actually. If there was like one specific song, because one of the regular activities was my dad's really into music,
Oh,
and when we hung out,
it's gonna break.
you know, one of his favorite activities was to go to the music store, because he has like an expansive music library. Like, I'm talking like probably close to 2,000 CDs.
Wow.
He's got a huge music collection, like lots of rare stuff, classic stuff, you know, and it's all like organized by genre, and he has all these different kinds of genres that he's into, and he could tell you the history on like everything. Like, he's a huge music aficionado, like as a listener.
Okay.
And so what he liked to do when we would go hang out is we'd go to the music store, and, you know, obviously him being a big music fan, he wanted to expose me to music.
Oh, this is taking so many WHP.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Whoa. I'm frozen. Oh god, no. No! Oh my god. I forgot he could freeze you. We're out of money again. We're really in the poorhouse now, Vaughn.
Uh-oh. We should get some... Oh, we can't use stand-ins.
Yeah, I gotta equip myself with a revival powder. I think that will keep us from dying.
Do we have one on us?
Yeah, we got him.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stop thinking about this BS and finish this story. So my dad and I used to go to the CD store a lot, and basically what would happen is he'd go look for whatever he was looking for, and I'd just go look for random stuff that I thought looked cool or interesting. And if I found something I'd like, a lot of times my dad would just buy it for me, because he wanted me to discover music
Yeah.
in whatever way that I wanted to. And sometimes that meant buying me an NSYNC CD. But he was a good dad, and, you know, in the way that he would buy it for me anyways, even though he knew that it wasn't good music. But, you know, that kind of thing. But that was how I discovered Weird Al.
Interesting.
I remember the first album of his that I got was Running with Scissors, which, you know, he had been around for a long time by the time that came out. But that was the first one I got. And I just remember listening to it like crazy and looking at the booklet and learning the words to stuff. And it was a great time.
And Cookie's just not really good for this dungeon.
He's just not really good. Like, with his one-hit combo, it's just like, it's so hard to fight, you know? And, like, he has the knockback, but, like, he also has a really long recovery time. and all that kind of thing. So, okay, before I forget,
Yes.
I'm going to equip, instead of an auto repair and a poison, I'm going to do freeze and revival. That should be good.
Better be careful with that repair, boy.
Yeah, I'll be careful. I'll be watching it.
I believe you.
We've had some close calls in this playthrough, but
Yeah.
I'm feeling on point tonight. So, don't you worry for a second.
Yeah. People.
Just put it out of your mind. We need some water. Cookie needs a drink. It's a salty cookie.
Oh, the other thing that happened since we did this
Yeah?
last. Man, he takes.
This is like 5.
Yeah.
I won't,
One of the other guys took 7.
I won't risk it. The dragon?
Yeah, I think so. I got Fire Emblem Fates.
Oh, yeah. You been liking it?
I am enjoying it very much.
Now, remind me again, Fates is the name of the overarching game? Or
Yep.
it's... Yeah, so which version did you get?
Well, I got both Conquest and Birthright.
Okay. And what's the other offshoot one? Revelation?
Revelations, and that's like
That's-
old DLC only.
Resident Evil Revelations.
Yep.
Hottest game in the series.
Is it bad?
So I'm told. No, it's...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's apparently pretty bad.
Okay. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Revelations, you said?
Yeah. Well, there's a bunch of different versions of it.
Did you ever play like 4 for the GameCube?
I played a little bit of the Wii version, but I haven't played all the way through it.
Okay.
And that's the most I've played of a Resident Evil game.
The GameCube one is pretty neat.
I've heard Resident Evil 4 is like far and away the best one.
I remember playing that with my friend Tim. Tim, if you're listening.
Tim P?
No.
Oh.
I've only known Tim a brief amount of time.
I was gonna say. That's what I thought.
This would be Tim G.
Tim G.
Yeah. Not to be confused with Timmy, who's another friend. Man, I know a lot of Tims.
Yeah. I guess
but-
I know a pretty decent amount too, or at least
but-
throughout the course of my life.
Right. But Tim, if you're listening, those were good days.
Oh, good. We got some more WHP. I'm just gonna skip the Black Dragons and hope that we don't find the Clock Ants from them.
Yes. Also, they have way more health than any of these other guys.
Yeah, they're just a pain in the butt to fight.
Oh, he's taking 6 and 7.
Is
That's
he?
who it was, yeah.
Well, we did just
Ew.
increase our max WHP, so
Great.
that's a little bit of help.
But yeah, Fire Emblem Fates, I'm only about probably 45% through Birthright right now.
Okay,
But
that's actually pretty impressive because you haven't had it for very long.
I've had it a little bit.
I guess you were on your trip, so
Yeah.
you're gonna get some good time in there.
Yeah, like on the plane and stuff too.
Nice. Oh, dude, plane is like you can crank.
Yeah, just pull out your 3DS.
So easy to concentrate.
Yeah.
No, open the chest.
But yeah, it's just been fun. It's just been very enjoyable. There's not really anything to really gripe about.
That's good.
There's like ooh.
Yep, I'm watching.
All right, cool. just
No,
just helping you out.
no, dude, always be on my 6 with that. I don't want to lose a weapon. Not at this stage of the game. That would really sting,
Yes.
especially if it's one that we're trying to take all the way.
Yep. Or one that we just got ready to send Sphere
Yeah,
and then just lose it.
and before we could break it down, yeah, that would
Yeah.
suck ass. That's how this game rolls. You roll it or it rolls you. Dude, back up. Back up.
But like one of the exciting things about Fates so far is that like knowing that I have a whole nother game like in my
After
pocket.
this one?
Yeah. So like I'm doing it on normal mode right now just to like get through it and like
Get acquainted.
get familiar with the mechanics to go back and do it on hard mode. Like just knowing that there's like a whole other game
Yes.
with like all these other characters is really exciting.
Yeah.
Like it's
So are they completely separate games in the same universe, or
no, like one of them follows one branch of the storyline
Okay.
through like a certain character's, or not certain characters, certain factions perspective,
That's interesting.
and the other one goes through kind of like a parallel story from the other side, partially, but then they both branch in different places too. So they're like
Crazy.
parts of each story is the same, and you're seeing it from one side and the other, but then parts of them are just kind of separate.
Okay.
And then there's the third one, which is different. So it's like it's just exciting to know there's so much more to it,
Yeah.
and I'm just like barely getting into it.
Scratching the surface,
Yeah.
tip of the iceberg. You ain't seen nothing yet. And other commonly coined phrases. Next time on the Backlog Boys television program, Vaughn will be very close to the microphone and deliver the message.
Coming at you.
Get out of here. You're fired.
I love how they can just say hi to him. Hi.